we got our first live action version of Godspeed in CW The Flash TV show. Wait, is that still a thing? But who is he? How he got his powers? Is he faster than the Flash? And why is he called the Godspeed? Let's find out. It all started with this man, August Hart. He's Barry Allen's detective partner at the CCPD. One day, an evil organization called the Black Hole, more like assholes, was robbing very important tech from the Star Labs, and the Flash was busy trying to save people from a building fire. He was also trying to stop the heist, but wasn't fast enough at that time to do both things at once, so he just kept coming back and forth at both the places. August Hart, on the other hand, got the information about the Black Hole heist at the Star Lab, so he went there all alone. He tried to stop them, but one of the members of the Black Hole shot at him. Barry saw it and tried to save August, but he was far and could not make it in time. Suddenly, lightning struck August, and when the dust cleared, he was unharmed. It was a Speed Force lightning strike, the same one which gave our Flash his super speed. August was taken to Star Labs, and there they came to know that he also got super speed, but he wasn't the only one struck by it. It was a Speed Force storm, and many in Central City also got the powers of super speed. But not everyone is good. Some are like me, evil. A group of teenagers tried to rob a bank, but the Flash stopped them. August started helping Flash to bust the Black Hole case. One day, a man named Billy Parks was killed by an unknown speedster called the Godspeed. Barry tried to solve the case, and it all led to one man, August Hart. Let's roll back in time. Many years ago, August's brother, who was a cop, was shot on duty. Billy Parks was a prime suspect in his murder, but when lightning struck Barry and gave him his powers, it also destroyed the evidence against Billy. All those years, August was holding his grudge against Billy, and when he got his chance, he killed him, vigilante style. Billy was innocent. August also killed many other speedsters and absorbed all their powers. Barry couldn't believe this as August was by his side all the time helping him. When Barry confronted him, August confessed. He told him that he gave up on the justice system the day his brother's killer was set free. So when he got his powers, he decided to become the new jury, judge and executioner. Hence the name Godspeed. He also told Barry that even though he was with him all the time, he managed to do all this work because he is faster than the Flash and can be present in two places at once. He isn't faster than the Flash, but since he absorbed the speed force from other speedsters, he managed to overpower him. He was later killed by the Reverse Flash. Now let's talk about his powers. He has super speed. He also has superhuman stamina, reflexes, agility and strength. He has the Speed Force aura which protects his body from all the friction air applies on it. He can also heal way faster than any normal human. He can throw powerful arcs of lightning at others, and with the help of Speed Force, he can create solid materials the same way he made his costume. Mommy, I also want these powers. Keep in mind, since he gets his powers from Speed Force, any other speedster can also have these. It all depends on how strong the connection is to the Speed Force. His main weakness is that if he uses his super speed to be in two places at once for a longer period, it causes him a great deal of pain. Also, when he drains other speedsters of the speed, it's also not the smoothest process for him. It nearly killed him the first time. That's all I have on Godspeed for you guys. If you like this, then do hit the like button. It really means a great deal to me. And if you want me to make another video about your favorite character, then do tell me in the comments. Until then, don't try to get hit by lightning in case you're wondering if it might give you super speed. Just don't. Now, go.